Hi, I'm Ben. Welcome to my book corner. Today we have another bite-sized review for you. This is Cryptids and Cryptozoology by Oscar Johnson. So the version that I read came out in January of this year, 2025, and it was the Kindle edition that came in at 177 pages. Now, I did receive my copy of this for free through Book Sirens in return for an honest review. So what this is basically is a brief cataloguing of a number of the most well-known cryptids in the world. For example, Bigfoot, Nessie, werewolves, so on and so forth. And this takes a whistle-stop tour through the majority of these creatures. And what I really did appreciate with this is how not only did the author, Oscar Johnson, take a look at the sightings and the evidence, but also at how reliable some of that evidence is, as well as in some cases looking into some of the cultural backstory of these monsters or these creatures, as well as giving some examples of times when things that were believed to be cryptids were actually proved to be real animals, which I also really appreciated. On top of that, there is citations in the back of the book for sources as well. And the way this is split is it splits it basically into the most famous cryptids, so things like Bigfoot and Nessie, and then sort of diverges out from there to different sort of types of cryptid. So, for example, marine cryptid, flying cryptid, humanoid cryptid, so on and so forth, ending at a section that is more about ones that don't quite fit into any specialization. I think if you're somebody who has a great deal of interest in cryptids, has done a lot of reading already, this is probably not one for you. But if you're still quite new into reading about cryptids and doing your research, this works as a really good basic primer on a number of them. I will say, as one criticism, however, there is a lot of focus on Bigfoot in here. Now, part of that may be due to the fact that it's a lot easier to track evidence on this. There's plenty of sightings out there, and there's plenty of evidence included within the section on Bigfoot themselves. But the amount that Bigfoot is covered in this is disproportionate versus all the other cryptids. Generally speaking, the others get 2, maybe 3 pages max, whereas Bigfoot got a considerable amount of time. Now, that being said, there are some cryptids in here that I did not know, which I was interested to find out about, and it does work as a good jumping off point to go and do further research if that is of interest to you. On top of that, each section has a group of 10 fun facts, which vary from facts about some of the cryptids you've just read about to a little snippet on some other cryptids that fit within that sort of subgroup as well. It's decently written, it's quite balanced in its appraisal as well, which I really appreciated. And overall, this was a relatively quick and interesting read. Again, as mentioned earlier, a little bit too much focus on Bigfoot for me, but I am British. I wanted to see more Nessie, so there we go. But if you want to take your first steps into learning a little bit about some of the different legendary and mythological creatures that are believed to really exist out there, this isn't a bad starting place at all. But that's it. That is my thoughts on Cryptids and Cryptozoology by Oscar Johnson. Hope you've enjoyed this video. What cryptid books have you read that you'd recommend for me to move on to next? Let me know in the comments down below. I'll see you very soon.